The guy popped an ice cube into his mouth, but weirdly, after a few licks, he spat it out. He then rubbed it against his lips before taking a bite. He dumped all the leftover ice from the mold into his mouth, but it still wasn't enough. He stuck his head into the empty fridge, ignoring the chill, and quickly scraped the ice off the walls, eagerly shoving it in his mouth. The crunchy texture and icy feeling only made him want more. Even the thin layer of ice on the divider didn't let up. He's used his fingers to scoop up the ice, sucking it all into his mouth like jelly until he made the partition perfectly smooth, like a mirror. With no more ice to scrape, he lay back in sighs and wished he could stay in the fridge forever. But right after that, he started crying like a baby as if he had been wronged. William had been stuck in the mansion for 2 days and nights, and if he didn't find a way out soon, he would die of thirst before hunger. But as an experienced thief, there's not much he can do about the mansion he's in. This mansion is 100 meters up in the air. Due to a malfunction in the security system, all doors and windows are locked tight and surrounded by bulletproof glass. The wooden door was his only chance to escape. He started to investigate it, discovering a fairly large opening, and then he began to dig into it with a knife. As he quickly hacked away at a large section, his excitement got the better of him and he began chiseling the door even faster. Wood chips flew everywhere, resembling falling snowflakes. However, here's the unfortunate part. With the system to experience failure in temperature control, resulting in a significant rise in temperature. Before long, sweat began to trickle down his neck. To his astonishment, the system failure had even shut off the water supply in the mansion. Neither the pipes nor the toilets had any water. He goes to the pool and tries to drink, but it's seawater. Then he takes a sip of the water from the fish tank and finds it undrinkable. He had no option but to force the storeroom door open with $1 billion antique. But there was barely any food inside and not a single drop of water. He was unsure of what to do. When the garden's automatic watering system kicked in, he collapsed to the ground and eagerly drank it up. He lay down on the ground, feeling happy and grateful for the blessings God had given him. Then he grabbed some containers and filled them up with water. He took a deep drink, savoring the fresh water inside. The water issue was resolved, and he felt a lot better as he looked at the supplies in the pantry. That night, he lived like a wealthy man. By that point, the temperature in the room had climbed to 51 degrees. He was too warm to get any sleep. He had no option but to paint to keep himself occupied. Out of nowhere, he noticed a cleaning lady tidying up outside the door on the monitor. He quickly got dressed. He grabbed a pan and started banging on the door wildly. But the soundproofing was too effective. The cleaning lady outside couldn't hear him, so he took out a note and tried to slip it under the door. But there wasn't even a crack in the door of the wealthy man's house. When the cleaning lady left, he was heartbroken. He plopped down on the floor in frustration. Luckily, the temperature in the room started to drop gradually. The following day, the temperature inside the house had become really cozy. He enjoyed his breakfast in the sunlight, but what he didn't expect was that the temperature in the room was dropping quickly. If he didn't, he should find a way to escape. He might freeze to death in here. Just when he was at his wit's end, he accidentally spotted something that gave him a glimmer of hope.